show them how to get into the survey, and
Okay. So
if
you'll
you
go-
haven't,
I messed with it a little bit today, but I'm not as fancy as everyone else. So this is where you go and you type your stuff in. Always hit continue. Again, this is the page that, oh, by the way, sometimes you need that for when the audit comes. They want to know what the value of your USDA foods are. They always ask you for that for the audit. So that's where that's at. And it's always a year behind because your audit's on last year. So this is the companies we get food from, and this kind of tells you how much we've used. Really sad. Mrs. Clark's at 100 because I got a lot of ranch left to buy. And you can hit continue to go past that. We're going to go to next year, which doesn't really make sense because it says 23, but if you look at the beginning date, it makes a little more sense. And then, hold on. No, hold on. This. Surveys. It's our USDA pre-order, so this is like the brown box stuff. Let's do the 28. Edit. On here is where the DOD is. I know we kind of talked about that last time. I think I said I'd put 12,000 in for 21, 22. I bumped it up to 20, or I put 12,000 in, I'm sorry. I bumped it up to 20. And then this one, I said how it's just a one-time thing. You type it in. So if you wanted 10,000, you put 10,000. Our minimum order to get here is $150. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't put like $75 in there because you might not be able to use it. So I didn't change it. So it's all by little product categories: cheese, DOD, fruits and veggies, grains, nuts and oils, miscellaneous, poultry, and red meat. And I was just messing around here today. I don't know what I'm really gonna do yet. So then this is all this stuff under cheese that you can pick, and then it goes by the month, and then you pick how much you want to come every month. So this is cheese American yellow sliced, cheese cheddar white shredded. So make sure you read these very well and that you don't buy something silly. At one time they had like yellow cheese, but it was just in like the 5-pound bricks like Velveeta. Well, that wasn't very helpful when you're trying to make sandwiches. So make sure you read sliced or advice. So I just kind of go in, and I know we make sandwiches. So I have 3 cases 1 month, 4 cases the next. Depending on peanut butter supply for next year for PB&Js. We usually had peanut butter and jelly at the elementary. Well, right now I can't get any. So we went to making them a ham or a turkey and cheese sandwich as another one of their choices. So our cheese consumption has gone up greatly, but I had ordered lots of cheese, so it worked out okay. So that's sliced. This is shredded. I get a lot of stuff from, well, not a lot of stuff, but I get like products from Bernard's, which you add meat to and cheese. So we go through a lot of shredded cheese around here. We use mozzarella sticks as a protein for some of our entrees. Mozzarella shredded for those Bernard things. It's kind of like hamburger helper. I do not use pepper jack, and I'm not going to use any yogurt. So you just put your little numbers in here and hit submit. It says, so that it takes you to this, and it did confirm whatever you put in, and then it'll tell you what's left over. Let's mess something up here. Fish sticks and hold on, I want to mess this up, so I'm sure you gotta fix it. So if you go over, it'll tell you that it'll turn red up here. And so you have to change everything. I don't want 23 cans of tuna. I don't know, does anybody get rid of tuna? And these are like giant cans of tuna, by the way. It's like as big as your head. So it's not like you can just make a couple sandwiches and get rid of it. Trying to be funny. Nobody's talking back to me. I feel lonely. So yeah, I'm not probably gonna get any of the miscellaneous stuff. Fruits and veggies. So in October, I ordered 12 of these apples sliced because we put some dried cherries with them and a little brown sugar and a bunch of cinnamon. And we bake those in November for our Thanksgiving dessert, and we put homemade granola on top. So that's why I ordered them in October. So it kind of gives like a month for it to get here. Applesauce, we go through a lot of applesauce. So I went 10 and 20, which isn't enough, but it gets us started. I ordered 2 cases of black beans because we put those on the salad bar. It usually goes black beans and garbanzo beans every other week in both schools. So 6 cans will last me 12 weeks. I don't do the canned vegetables. My staff and I, we just don't like them, so we do frozen. In January, I ordered 10 cases of kidney beans because we're going to start. Actually, that should be over here. Good catch, guys. I ordered them in November because after Thanksgiving, we start soup on Fridays. We're on Thursdays, I'm sorry. Any questions? I like our broccoli florets. They're fun. They're pretty. I ordered some diced carrots, which I need to change for. Because I use those in the soup. I don't like the canned vegetables, like I said. I'm not a huge fan of the Commodities frozen corn. I personally think it tastes like field corn. So that's and it's not palatable for our kids. They're not a big fan of it either. These cranberries are new for next year. So again, they're dry, so you know your 1/4 counts as 1/2. Oh, I think those vegetarian beans are actually, hold on. Where are they at? I think these beans are more like refried beans, I believe. I think they're more like squishy beans, like mushy. But these are refried beans, but they're labeled spicy. Does anybody know the difference?
The vegetarian beans are more like a pork and bean. They have just a tomato sauce on them. So if you want to use them in your chili soup or whatever, you can.
Don't they get all mushy and disintegrate?
No, they don't.
Okay, Aurora won't be utilizing any vegetarian beans, so those are up for grabs for people. We love our kidney beans over here. And then like the dried beans, I get they kind of look like mashed potatoes are refried beans, and they're a really nice product. They heat up well, they hold well. So that's not something I use. And then hit submit, da-da-da, and I still have $900 left. Poultry, what did I buy? Diced chicken, and I screwed these up today. Egg patties, we use lots of egg patties at breakfast. We make like pancake sandwiches and biscuit sandwiches and things like that. Then we make sandwiches, so I got some turkey slice and a ham. And then I got my 20 turkey roast. I don't do beef crumbles, and I don't get the commodity beef. We kind of cooked off some beef here at school and kind of decided which one we like, and we really like buying frozen 8515. It has from Cashway. It's a little more expensive, but after you factor in all the grease loss and like a 90/30, or even the 8515 from Commodities, it works out better for us. Got some beef patties. Got the little ham cube. The elementary uses that for their chef salad. And then like the pulled pork, we use a lot of that. Like we'll just do pulled pork sandwiches, or we'll make ninja nachos, or we'll do like barbecue pork pizza. Does anybody have any questions? Somebody's got to have a question. Or tell me how you guys do your stuff too. I mean, I'm just one person, so what do other people do?
Well, Kathy, do you, or Mary, Mary Finnegan want to say? Oh, wait. Kelly wants to know how you make your barbecue pork pizza.
Oh my God, it is so hard. We get those little square breads. We get those, and then we literally put barbecue sauce with the pizza, and then squish it around on there, and then put the cheese on top.
Okay.
But kids really like it.
Sounds good. Okay, Kathy, do you want to talk about what you do? And then I'm going to ask you a couple questions about DOD.
Where's Kathy go?
I don't know.
I'm here. I was just trying to find my unmute.
All right.
I keep losing it.
It's easy to do. So go ahead and tell us how you do your get ready for your survey. And then if you would explain how you do the DOD favors, right?
DOD favors, yeah, I do
Okay.
that. And I usually do the same as what Denise does. I put in an amount of, I think this year I put in 5,000 for what I'm going to use for the year. And I usually have it used up real easy. And then for DOD, I go in, you have to get set up. You have to talk to Brian to get set up if you want to do DOD. And they set you up with, you go into the favors and they set you up with a login and password so that you can order. The orders usually come in, you have to have them in a whole week in advance. Oh, there, Denise is good. She's got that all up there. And that's, you just go in and place your order. And then I order like every week. There you go. Sometimes you get the product and sometimes you don't. Baby carrots in the individual bags has not been coming when I've been ordering it the last 3 weeks. So, so I just went to the big 2-pound bags and doing that instead. That's what the kids were used to before all this COVID started. So they're fine with it. Yeah, there's a lot of different choices when you're going through.
That's the one I get. And if you read it, it says a 4 or 5 pound bag. Not
Yeah.
confused with the one single 5 pound bag.
Right. Because I think on the 2-ounce individual bags, they took off of there because they couldn't get them in. So. Some months you can get cucumbers. It kind of depends on when your stuff is available, what you can order. Like right now there's lemons and potatoes. I mean, all different kinds of things, tomatoes, squash. You can get spinach. So you get a wide variety of stuff. I know we had radishes last week and the kids liked them. We haven't had them for quite a while, so.
Great. Yeah, the DoD favorites program is everything that is on there is United States, from the United States. It's supporting the US farmers, which is a good thing. Okay, so Mary Finnegan, do you want to talk about how you do your survey and how you prepare for it?
Well, my survey, I keep a copy of it from one year to the next. And if I find that I ordered too many of one certain item, then I can cut it back on the next year. If I need to order more, I mean, I just keep a copy every year so that I kind of have something to go by. And that helps me a lot. And I was going to say on the DoD, you can put so much money into the DoD. If you find out you don't like using the DoD for some reason, you can take that money back out and put it back into your commodity program, or vice versa. If you put $2,000 in and you use it all up by Christmas and you still have commodity dollars left, you can go back and add those to the DoD program, like in January or February or whenever. You can do that throughout the year. So it's, you know, what you do is not set in stone. But as far as the survey, my advice is to just keep a copy from one year to the next, and that kind of gives you a little bit of a guide to go by. That's about it.
Awesome. I like Denise's comments. We can. You must be talking about adding to favors, right? Okay, let's see if Chad's back. And if he is, we'll let him answer that question. Chad, are you still with us? Or Chad, I called him Chad. It's Brian. Gosh. Brian, are you still there? Okay. We will check on that and let everybody know if you can do it during the rest of the year, because I know that Chad had mentioned earlier that you could only, or in an email, that you could only do it twice a year. So, Mary, did you do that? Did you add money to the DoD this year?
I haven't this year yet. I haven't needed to, but I
Okay.
have the last 2 years I have.
Okay. Okay, so we'll verify that, because he did say something, and so I'll ask him about
And
that.
it might just be, you know, a certain time of the year. I don't remember, but I just know that I have both added to the DoD and taken money out of the DoD both. So,
Oh, good. And Mary said that the other Mary said that she emailed Chad a while ago to put more money in, and it showed up. Because she had under 150 at that point. So that's good to know. Looks like
They wouldn't let me.
it wouldn't let you.
They wouldn't let me.
Oh, they wouldn't let you.
So,
Yeah.
but I was taking money from DoD and trying to put it back into the commodities. So maybe they don't let you do that, but they'll let you do the other way.
Okay. Well, if Brian comes back on before we get off, we will ask him. And if not, I will send him an email and ask him about it, and then I'll email it out to everyone so we know. Okay, any other questions? Do you want Denise to go through the survey again? Okay. Any suggestions for new managers? We are not sure how to allocate everything yet. Mary, can they print off last year's allocations and use that as their copy of that to see, what they have left? And maybe, so if they have a lot, maybe they have a lot of turkey slices left. Somebody told me that they have like 500 pounds of turkey slices left. And so how would they, if they look at what was ordered last year, they could use last year's to give them guidance, and if they have a lot left over, they need to cut that back. Is that correct?
I don't know if you can print it off now, what you ordered last year. I just print mine off as soon as I get it filled out, then I print it so that I have it for next year.
Okay. So they might just have to look to see, maybe if they have a lot of turkey slices left over, they could look on what they ordered from this year, or whoever ordered it for them, see
You
what
go
they
back.
ordered and cut back.
I pulled it up. This is last year.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
You just, when you're right here, like right here, hit continue. And then hit what year? You can go all the way back to 2016 and look what you ordered.
Great. So that is one way that you can figure out how to order some things.
And if you print it off now, when you're doing it, you can know how many you ordered each month. So you have that to go by instead of just a total for how many you ordered through the year.
You can pull the months up too.
That is great. So, yeah, Kim, just look at last year, go from there, kind of get it set in your mind what you think you might be using for your menu for next year. What else can you guys tell them to help them out for ordering next year? Hopefully we have the commodity, not we, but hopefully the Nebraska School Nutrition Association will have the commodity food show this coming year, so that you can get out and taste the items so that you're more knowledgeable on what you're purchasing. Anything else? That's a great idea. Kim said that she's been a new manager for 5 weeks now, and only 2 weeks in she had to do this. So she cleaned it and organized her freezer. That's always a good thing, cleaning your freezer, looking at your storeroom. Anything else anybody wants to share? Okay. shoot, Brian's not back. I was going to introduce you to Brian and have him talk a little bit. Brian is great at the customer service side, but he's not back. So if nobody has any other questions, we will end the town hall. I haven't checked, chat doesn't have anything, so no more questions. Okay, we will end. Thank you guys for coming on. Thanks to the mentors for being here with us and giving us your expertise. And right, and Denise says you can always, if you have any questions, you can always email the mentors and they will help you guys out. So you can give us a call or email us also. We're not as knowledgeable about the commodity side, but we can get you in touch with someone. So you guys have a great afternoon. We're getting out early, which is always a good thing. And